So rumor has it that this park has gotten a little better in the last week. So obviously, we're gonna come check it out to see if those rumors are true. We brought the Fruit Loops with us to see how long they can last before having to bow out from being just too scared. Six Flags, what do you got for us in week 2? Sounds like the monsters are over in the wave pool getting in the mood.
First, we got to create the mood.
Playing all the old Looney Tunes shows like they do when Hurricane Harbor's open. Before we go into the park, I do want to stress, I didn't say it last week, but the music that they play at the park entrance rules. They've got the top spot of all the haunts so far with their park entrance music. I dig it. So obviously we got here early. We always get here early, but you got to remember when you do get here, if you're staying for Fright Fest, you do need to stop here and get a wristband first. Otherwise, they're going to bring you all the way back to the beginning of the front of the park when the daytime park closes. And because we never fully figured out the wristband thing, we have Jackson do it now because he knows the secret. So in case you're all wondering, that's why our wristbands look so good.
No, too tight.
No, it can't go too tight, Mom.
No, that's too tight.
It can't go too tight.
There, right there.
See?
It can't go too tight.
First things first, though, we gotta feed the beasts with some Wascals burgers.
Let's do all the things that you want to do.
We secured that cheeseburger. Now we gotta go inside and look for the rest of the family because they burned us again.
They walked off.
Now last week when we came, we got the line nachos too. The nachos that we ate in line. We weren't able to finish them in line this time, but
We're still gonna finish them.
we got the lights on already. But something's missing here. Somebody's gone. Oh, and the little trick-or-treat bar is a little more festive too. Oh, there he is. He's hanging out by Studio 6F. So he's mobile now. Sam is mobile, people.
Run away! Run away!
Is it just me, or is like 6 o'clock-ish before the park closes, like when you start doing the wristband checks, you start looking to see who else has wristbands, so you're gonna find out who's staying or who's going? I don't know if that's just me or anybody else shares in that joy, but it's almost getting to be that time, so we're gonna head back, see if we can see some creatures being unleashed. That ominous cloud is lurking off in the distance too. It's making the mood even better. That Unleashed show is always so super friggin' awesome. Probably the best of any opening ceremony in any park. They're about to go off right now too. But we had to leave early. They changed things up a little bit today. We gotta go see if we can get in line for trick or treat before everybody else in the park does too. The smells are out, but there's nobody here yet. Maybe we should go knock on the door.
Don't knock. Not on this door.
So it is open, but they're waiting for somebody to unlock the gate to let people in and out. So knocking on the door worked. All three were all here and accounted for?
No.
Ready?
No.
Are you ready?
Hell no.
And the roar of Wonder Woman goes by. Our hero is gonna let us in to Sam's lair. Those two already went in front of me. He's not leaving my side. Well, now I feel bad because I think that we just kind of peaked in the whole night. I think that might end up being the best maze in this whole place. Well worth the extra week of prep and getting it ready to go. This is the first maze that I've actually experienced them use the strobe light trigger with the high pierce sound to add to the boo scares. That's kind of a really important element. Thank you, Riddler. In getting somebody's adrenaline going, because loud noises and flashing lights to discombobulate you as something's jumping out at you just makes the experience so much better. Six Flags, you knocked this one out of the park. That's a great job. Now let's follow suit with all the other IPs. Get this thing going. All right, while we're back here, let's go see what Gideon's meat packing plant has in store for us. So how was the Saw Maze on week 2?
Way better. Much scarier, a lot of fog, a lot of scare actors, really good. Much better. Really loud in there, not loud. Last week it seemed like there wasn't.
Were they using the strobe lights and the... So they're using triggers and Saw also.
Yep.
Looks like they've stepped up their game. What a difference a friggin' couple days makes.
Yep.
And they're throwing a party also over here.
What aren't they doing tonight?
All right, kids, time to head over to the wonderful, magical, wizarding world
Of Oz. I think that's what that is.
They have crazy monkeys. Oh, they're challenging each other. Run, Jensen, run! Run! Oh, here he comes! All right, Let's look through the collection here, see if they've added any since last week. Sounds like they're getting ready to. No, still just the same amount of heads. Well, while everything else has seemed to improve, it looks like word's caught on that Hawkins High School might have its work cut out for it. Let's go find out anyway.
It's still cool.
And those people would be right. They haven't done anything to change that maze. But what can they do? It'd be nice to add a couple more Demogorgons in there, besides just one animatronic one that doesn't work and then the other half puppet, but
They got 10 other ones, so.
we'll pick from the rest of those. All right, it's time to get out of this corner of the park though and embark on a mission up and over the mountain. And if we come across any zombies or ghosts or nasty sewer mutants along the way,
So be it.
now I gotta get up this mountain that I normally can't get up anyway, but now I'm carrying cargo. Harry, we've reached the top.
We're there.
And apparently nobody else wants to be up here either. But the good news is it looks like we found a sewer we can hang out in for a minute. Well, there are people up here. Oh, and oh! For real though, the sound design and the ambience with the fog and everything up here is hit hard tonight. It's super creepy, especially when there's not a lot of people. All right, well, the sewer didn't work. It's full of like weird mutant people, but there's a house here that maybe we can go into. Okay, apparently there's no uninhabited spot up here on this mountain, so we just need to get back down and hope we can find a safer spot to hole up for the evening. I hear a kick drum and see some cars.
Family, family, family.
This place looks promising. This is the dead zone. They call it the dead zone because it's just dead here.
Just kidding.
All right, here's a couple newbies.
Definitely not zombies in any of these.
Cool little zombie double feature over in the back here of the park. Army of the Dead and Nocturnal Hunt. Very similar, just, you know, kind of zombie mazes, but split into two. A lot of fun, very fun. All right, it's time to take a break and check out some merch with the kiddos. Oh, this is all new too, going up this hill. Look, Sam's got his own little magical, colorful fairy field.
What an idiot.
Oh, looks like we found another house to visit. How quaint. All right, we gotta get down off this rock because none of these houses are safe anymore. But I gotta be honest, I feel like I'm not too sure about how safe it is coming down this mountain too. Guys, it's not a goblin.
It's Pinocchio.
I got it right.
About time.
Okay, I think we've finally reached the bottom of the hill. Almost. It feels like we're going below sea level though, I don't know. It's getting colder. Fog and water and dead bodies bubbling up from the depths. Seems legit. It's always good to know that if you can make it through that triangle hosted by the devil, there's a party waiting for you on the other side. All right, we got Trace Moss, and then we can retire for the evening. All right, after the party, I think we found a treasure. All right, we got one more left. Let's end the night hot. This is like the forgotten section of the park now. It's got all the original houses, still done really well. All it takes is just a fair amount of scare actors that seem like they're having a good time and love what they do. And you get yourself a good house. 3 for 3. Thus concludes another broadcast day at Six Flags. What a difference a week makes. They were head and shoulders better than they were last week. I think it's time that they just kind of realize what they need to do, and that's not open the same week that Horror Nights open. Nevertheless, we learned our lesson going week 1. We will now be going week 2 every year. But now it's later than we wanted it to be, and I get to drive us home. So, till we see you again up on the mountain, in the studios, or at the farm, we'll catch y'all on that flippity flop.